Hello and good morning. We're going to act like this is Friday night after the episode, but it ain't. It's Sunday morning. Happy Sunday to you all. We are here with our quick cap, me and El Cid for Ready to Love. If you're joining us for the first time, please do me a favor. Hit that like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a whole lot, trust, and it helps the algorithm to push me on up there so you can get more of these exciting quick caps with me and El Cid about Ready to Love this season. And also hit the notification bell so you'll be up to date when we have a day change like this, okay? Because we are usually on Friday nights right after the episode. It be fresh on our brain, so we're gonna see how we do. Because I'm okay. Hey, everybody in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all know what it is. Show some love. Show some green hearts in the chat if you are here with us. And we're going to get it started this morning, child. This episode, I don't know if it was a filler or I just wasn't too moved by it, but it was about deal breakers. And baby, overall, I think I heard about one, maybe two actual real deal breakers out of the whole thing. What you get?
It's not deal breakers I haven't heard before. I need something interesting. I need something different. Of course, the cheating, of course, open, vulnerable, blah, blah, blah. I felt like, Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, wah, wah.
The lying, the cheating. I mean, like, I want the real deal breakers. Like, Dominique's real deal breaker was real to me. You can't have kids, but then he wasn't real to me because you're still entertaining this woman that keeps saying she don't want no damn kids. So you ain't got a real deal breaker. That's a real deal breaker, but you ain't got a real deal breaker, sir. And then I can me personally, even though it's not one of my deal breakers, because I've definitely dated men that smoke, but smoking could be a real deal breaker. I could see that as a real deal breaker. So anything with your kids. So I'm with William, and I'm with Dominique, and I'm definitely with Jonathan on the smoking part, like smoking cigarettes, But like I say, I've have dealt with people, but it was like, if you smoke it in my house, we're done. If you bring the smoke into my house, we're done. So, but listen, I was dating an ex in college, and baby, he was out the window talking about. I was like, but I still like him though. I was a Dominique in that.
Jay, you had him smoking out the window?
I did. I did. For a number of reasons.
I'm sorry, I forgot. It's Sunday. It is Sunday.
Oh, amen. The Lord knows my heart every day, okay? He knows my heart every day. He made me like this. This is his fault. No accountability.
Don't look to me to hold your feet to the fire. Not for
Listen,
that.
I'm gonna be an Adam if I don't do anything else. I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna blame. It's the woman you made me, God.
Blame his rib.
Oh, child. That tickled my rib. Oh, happy Sunday to you all. Thank y'all for the love. Hey, T. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Letitia. Hi, quit this queen won't quit. Hey, El Cid. Hey, Sean. Hey, Kay Calloway. Hey, Motown Investor. Oh, baby, we up in here today. We are in here today. All right. Anyways, yes, we didn't get much of a deal breakers, but one of their deal breakers should have been run tell that. Whoever like to run tell that. Mm, mm.
I'll talk about Tommy later when we get there.
Okay, all right. Tommy ain't got no rings. Tommy, like, listen, I don't went through the health scare and all this. I just want to collect this check and go home, ladies. I just peace be with you. Peace be with you all.
And also with you.
Oh, all right, let's get through some of these dates, okay? Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Miss VIP Michelle. How y'all doing this morning? Kiki, you in the building, baby? Hey. Oh, Jesus. Woo. Tay Tay, do you love me? Nah. Yep. Tommy just be in there at this point, child. He be half asleep through some of it. I think I caught the camera pan over him too a few times. Like, are y'all still arguing? Okay. All right. Well, carry on, ladies. Carry on. Carry on. Anyway, I see your boy making new love connections.
Well, we got to start with
Oh, well, you want to start at the
who
beginning?
went home?
You
The
don't want to.
ladies.
Oh, you want to start at the beginning. Beginning. Okay. Well.
Yes.
All right. Well, because she is gone. Mika made it through. Do you think there's a reason? Because both their attitudes a little. I think to me, because she's attitude is a little bit more better than Mika's in some regards. Mika's a little hard around the edges. She's sweet sometimes, but she could be a little rough. But their attitude is about.
Mika said she ain't gonna change.
Well, see, then that now because she had attitude went up a little bit. You got to be
Yeah,
workable.
I think Koshia went home because her biggest connection and production made it seem her only connection was Laurent. And I know some of the men, in solidarity with Laurent would have kept her there, but she didn't have any other connections. I don't think, yes, her attitude, but the men didn't see her fiery attitude. They just heard about it. So I think it was more lack of connections than her attitude.
I also think the lack of connections came because LaRon didn't fight for her no more too.
And then
LaRon.
want to and then want to whisper to me, you gonna text me later.
Now let me just shout out Kojo. Kojo got an early interview with LaRon. Y'all go check that out if you haven't already. It's on Little Black Book 90 Run. He got an early interview with LaRon. And LaRon told us he don't love these hoes. Okay. He told us that he don't have no care for them. He carefree in this world. He just running, doing what he wanna do, and he ain't attached to nobody and nothing. And that excuse me, because it's dripping from my mouth, the tea. Child. And that earlier that day, apparently a lot of his attitude was because something Koshia did was bothering him. So if I got an attitude with you, we fussing and fighting, I vote you off. Ain't no way I'm about to sit here and tell you I'm gonna text you later because I ain't got no care for you at all. Zero fucks given. Excuse my French, but FUKX. Zero given. So you playing in one of our faces. Either you playing in Little Black Book face, trying to act like you don't have no care for these women, that you ain't this big old soft teddy bear, or you playing on this TV screen.
Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he didn't find out till after she left. He had an issue. Granted, he had an issue smiling in everybody's face, making plates for other folk. Yeah, you could be a little salty. But I may believe because of how sad he looked that she was the one voted out. I may believe that he didn't find out about whatever that actual deal breaker is until after all of this was done. That I'll give him the benefit of the doubt with that because I don't think he would text later. He would say text later, given the attitude and reaction he had on the interview with Kojo.
So you
So I,
saying that on the interview, he just a little confused on his time frame that he was so sure of, because he was just like telling us how that day was a day.
he could have found out that day. He could have found out after she was voted out, after she left on the ride home. Since she's gone now, somebody could have been like, "Yo, man, let me tell you about this." I'll give him the timeline benefit.
But he didn't vote for her.
That production showed us.
She got moved down to his number 3. Because I ain't that many women for him to choose from, but she done got moved down to his number three.
Right? He did not save her that we saw. She moved down. I think too, you would move down for me too, because if you're not making me feel good, or your presence is just draining to me, whether it's alcohol or not, at some point I'm not feeling you that much, but I'm gonna keep you.
Well, they think that alcohol was keeping him in his feelings. And there's that too, though. I can see that. Afterwards, afterwards, we got the little liquid courage. I just say it's a few good actors for Timo, some Tubi movies up on this stage, because this wasn't the only one who was pretending to be all hurt but hurt by the end of letting somebody go. Okay, but Will, you called this thing now. You called this thing, Alexis. Since we here, you called this thing about a week or two ago that you notice every time somebody. Oop, not me pushing the wrong button. Not everybody's time. Everybody's somebody. Excuse me. Now I'm all confused. Every time somebody is the one to let somebody go, they're the next on the chopping block. Will was let the one that let Koshia go.
Yes. It seems like a production rotation, and I noticed these little, you know, nonsense. I wouldn't say nonsense so much. I notice these little things. It's like, okay, you're constantly on my screen, and I make a note of it. It doesn't always happen, but it's the high chances that you're the next one to go. You let somebody go, you on the chopping block, or at least on the bottom two, and now she's been let go, and then will let go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, because she is gone, Mika's still here, and yeah, Mika seemed like she is now ready for war in honor of her friend Closhia. But before we get to the war of it all, your boy Chaz is on a date with Alexis, making his last late connections. Well, we'll talk about late connections later. However, this date here was quite interesting to me for a couple of reasons. I want to hear yours though first.
According to Alexis, all the ladies love Chaz. You have all these connections. I was waiting for my turn to see you. But you know what? I'm sorry. And I like Chaz, and I saw the shift, and I could be wrong because of what he says later. Because when Chaz says, "Was there something that occurred?" and the way she described it, it could be production, changing stuff around. But he kind of, the way she described it, it kind of like, oh, okay. Seems like he was pushed back on his heels a little bit. I think he does maybe like her, as he says. He was waiting for, and he said there's a connection there. I'm going to trust what he says. But the body language and the facial expressions, if it wasn't production driven, it gave, I'm going to have to look at you because I don't like how you handled that or even describe that.
See where you're going with this. I There was a connection in the moment. I'll put it like that. It was a connection because we're on this date, so we're connecting now. Chaz likes to give the generic presidential answers to everything, baby. He running for election with everybody, and I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad because there's a few people trying to stay on the show. There's a few people trying to stay. Now he don't really need any extra help to stay on the show, but every vote counts. You just never know when one of yours might be gone. So I'm not mad at the brother. I cannot be for this. The answer though of call me. You should just call me. I'll come running. Where you gonna come? She in the ladies' lounge, bro. Where you gonna go? You gonna come fight another woman for her? Say what now? Say what? But let me rewind though. Let's get to how we got to this conversation in the first place because our dear friend Alexa, listen, because she lives rent free up in this lady's brain. Because why am I on a date with a whole nother man? And I'm gonna say, how did you feel about the elimination? I don't give a damn about how he feel about the elimination. I don't care if that ain't even one of his connections. Was it one of his connections? Was it really one of his connections? I know LaRon said that something must have changed at Chaz, and maybe Chaz and them had a little conversation. I don't really know, but was that really one of his strong connections for you to even ask that question? You wanted somehow to bring Koshia back up. For why? Why does this woman haunt your dreams so much?
Now, my shirt today was inspired by Alexis. Okay. It is the shirt for a well decorated running back. And running backs grab the ball from the quarterback and go running with the ball. And Alexis seemed to be constantly taking the ball, information, and running to somebody with it. And I would not have, in handling that situation, I would never have brought up another woman's name in a date. Not happening. This is our date. She's gone. She's not here. I would have said, you know what? I'm pleased with the elimination because I'm here to further my connections and to connect with you. So what we do?
Jada even brought it up. She brought it up. Why would I be talking about that? I'd have been asking, how did you feel about the pajama jam party and Jonathan's movement on me? Excuse me? What did you think of Jonathan and that? Did you talk to your boy? Did you get him together? Because he can't be doing that. Since you over here giving good speeches to brothers up in here, please go talk to Jonathan. Because I heard what you did for LeBron. So go talk to Jonathan. But no, she want to bring up Koshia just so she could say, I don't feel no type of way. We know, sis. We know. You feeling good right now because you didn't want to get bopped over the head by Koshia. So I didn't understand that. And I think that plays into your comment of the shift and why he was looking at her some way. Because it's like, why did you bring this up? We on a date, and I'm trying to give you these political answers so I can get voted for, and you not making it. Ask me about because she is not helping my campaign. We discussed this. We discussed this. You're my campaign manager. Stick to the questions that I gave you. Don't ask me nothing about nothing else. Please. She get annoying. I'm sorry. She getting highly annoying. And I wanted to like her. I really did want to like her because I was like, yay, a little woman in sports. Little light bright, us light skinned people got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? No, let me stop. I ain't about to stone that colorist. I gonna do the colorist thing, but
Um, I wonder with Alexis because she said that it's high school all over again with the girls ganging up on her. Is this high school stuff? And I wonder if she carries that all the time. Does she carry that with ladies thinking they're going to gang up with her and wouldn't, you know, befriend her? It's very, very interesting. Alexis is very interesting how she's behaving in this, or how she's being shown to behave in this is quite interesting to me because it's screaming, I have, I can hang with the fellas. I'm more comfortable hanging around the fellas, but the ladies and connecting with the ladies are a challenge because there's no one standing with her. But I wonder if she can see what the issue is. Can she see it? But even though they told her, and we'll get to it, she did better in her elimination this time. But is it because it's what we were shown? Because I don't see you changing up in a day.
Did she do better? I don't know. I don't know. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I don't know if she did better. But my thing is, I don't one yeah, I'm gonna answer that question. No, I don't think she could see her part in why you seem to have beef with women. It's not, and I don't want to say it's in her energy because from what I get, I don't get that from her energy. I think it's her actions more so, her behavior of, and Lord Jesus, forgive me because this is probably the only time I'm really gonna say this because this is what I feel is more so a pick me energy when you start trying to tear down other women or devise division of other women and their connections to have them one up on somebody. And that particularly per se is going to always place you into beef with people, especially when they find out. And it works in high school well, no, it don't really work in high school because you're still in a small arena and a lot of people still talk there. And that's probably why it feels like high school because you're doing high school moves in the first place. Why are you directing something without directly saying people's name? It's still direct. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So just omitting the name does not state or does not change the fact that the situation is a one off with somebody. And because Will was smart enough to try not to highlight you, because probably in the what we didn't see is you told him to say not to say who it is, but because he wants to act like he's gonna work the room to figure out who it is, he know exactly who he said that to. I doubt he said it to about 3 or 4 people because that's just random to say the 3 or 4, 5, 6 people or whatever. So he knew exactly who he said it to.
But seeing how he handled it, why would he still be your top pick? That's just me. Seeing how Will handled the information you gave him, why would he be your top pick? Because and maybe they seem like they mirror each other. Because he too was roaming around with the bones or with the ball and asking around who to get the information. And it's like, as you said, he knows who did it. But why bring that energy to the whole pajama party?
Just to make the scene of I'm working around to make sure that nobody feels like it's specifically directed to them. But the conversation is still direct. So that means you're still doing the same exact thing that we asked you not to do. And you're wondering why we have a problem with you. Respectfully, we asked you. Now, Koshia was not respectful in that moment when they asked, but the rest, Tommy asked you respectfully. The rest of the ladies sat there and just didn't say anything to you. Koshia popped off with you. That's personal. Everybody else kind of left it neutral. I don't care if they ran off for Kashia, they ran off for you. Everybody else left it neutral from what we seen. You made it personal again with somebody else by bringing the information again. And please don't sit in my face and try to play with me and say that, oh, I needed to give an example. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't need no examples because this is not the first time that he has been brought some information about his behavior. He don't need no more examples. He is a grown man. The ladies don't like how you're doing certain things. Fix it. If he needs constant example for every single thing, again, I'm gonna go with your sentiments. Why are we picking him? I gotta add this with the behavior of running around, getting hot head as soon as I give him some information. All of these are things for no, I shouldn't be picking you. But we both like mess. We both like tea. We like being in the mess and act like we're not in the mess. So I guess we fit. We're aligned. We're gonna call it an alignment. That's what we're doing. We're aligning with each other, okay?
And Will could have handled that. It didn't have to be war, but his immediate reaction to what he perceived as an offense was war. And that to me is startling because in this instance, you don't know any of these people. You're also being filmed. I would have been like, who was it? Was it Patrice or was it Rashina? I would have gone, sorry about that. My furniture is being delivered this week. You know, I went and got me a whole suite of furniture coming next week. And if we go further in the process, you might get to see it. There's a way to diffuse it and kind of make a joke about it so it doesn't end up snowballing and causing issues. It's like, why is our first instinct, especially it's coming from it's coming from a lady, it shouldn't be war. It should be clear and understanding,
Mm-hmm.
grace, gentlemanly. It's like, hey, let's talk. You know, that I just don't understand. And I'll say that word. uh, I don't know why Alexis is trying to cover Will. It seemed, I don't know if she was really feeling him. I hope she was, but it seemed kind of alliance-ish.
We're gonna call it alignment because they don't like to use the word alliance. I don't
Okay.
know. Okay, so we're gonna say alignment.
On this wonderful Sunday morning, it is
Yeah,
alignment.
yeah. They're aligning in an alliance. That's all. That's it. That's all. I, I'm gonna say it again. The information when she received it, and the first the first mistake, I give her grace. You went and ran your mouth. They told you not to run your mouth. You did it one more time. But that right there should have let you just sit back and watch. Let me see how this man move when I sit here and tell him, hey, they got on me for talking to you in the first place, but I'm still talking to you. Because that's what would have been y'all probably would have seen all of that in my clip. Like, they told me not to tell you nothing, but I'm still talking to you because me and you, we locked in. Whatever the case may be, we locked in. I'm telling you this. I'm going to sit back and see how you move. Now, baby, if we locked in, I don't care how much pillow talking I give you. You're not supposed to run your mouth to no women. Now, if I'm talking to you about some men or something like that, do your thing. That's your battlefield. That's your war lane. I'm not about to go to war with no man. And I don't want to see my man going to war with no woman over some frivolous misunderstanding. Unless it's true. If it's true that you sleeping on the couch, you didn't want it out there, sir, you should have kept that to yourself. That's your patty mouth, your chatty mouth. You should have kept your mouth quiet on that. But I'm still watching you. I'm still watching you.
He left her exposed
Mhm.
by the way he operated. He left her exposed because now it's like, if I was in Alexis's shoes, I wouldn't be sharing anything with you. I wouldn't be covering you. I wouldn't be, you know, helping you along in this process. I wonder, question, is Will sharing with her what's in the men's lounge?
I pray he is. I pray he is on this good Sunday because the hell. But here's my thing to what you just said. So he's leaving you exposed. He's leaving you to fight these women by yourself. And once again, I'm not big on this term, but this is the pick me energy that you're giving off because this man is leaving you unexposed to the world and you're still chasing him. That's a problem. That's a problem that you need to fix with yourself because if this is supposed to be your man, your future husband, whatever the case may be down the line, that's not a good thing to have. I don't want no man that's going to leave me uncovered. I don't care what we going through in our personal life, but when we go outside into the world, we supposed to be a front. I can't have my house exposing me and leaving me out to the cold. That is crazy to me that you're still willing to go ahead and put it all on the line for a man that does this to you back to back to back. Because he had to expose you the first time how Koshia even knew about it. So again, you do it again. Do it again, good measure. Let me make sure it was you that did this. He does it again. And you're still fighting for this man? Child, listen. Chaz better be a whole new connection, a serious one, because I'd have been trying to write Will off all kind of ways. I'd have been connected with everybody at this point. I'd have been had y'all just seen about 5, 6, 7 dates on this episode with me because I'm like producer, put me on anybody but Will, anyone. Okay, I'll pop up on some dates. Where y'all going on a date at? Okay, here I'll be there. I'll be there. To hell,
So, on a lighter note, can we go dancing?
sure. Salsa is always a favorite. I'm ready to love. 1, 2, cha cha cha. Yes, baby, Rashina and Justin. I don't know. I like these two together. It's still early. It's still not connecting fully to me, but I like the way Rashina opens up with Justin a bit.
And I like how Justin opens up with her,
Hmm.
if it's real.
I know there's at least a friendship there developing. If anything else, um, I fe- out of everybody, I feel some actual chemistry between the two. I know it's new and it's still trying to figure out where its place is, and then he's new, so he's still trying to figure out his way in it. But I got my eye on Justin. And I knew it from that answer he gave about them kids before. I got my eye on him, okay? Because it's like I know you knew, and you're trying to make sure that you don't get voted off as soon as you get in here for the wrong thing. So I'm not mad at the gameplay. You know, I love a good gameplay. You got to stick it in there so you can make sure you got your connection before you say, you know what, let me just tell y'all anything so y'all can vote me off. Do you think, sir? Because it's to me sometimes it's unfair that they come in late and then by the next episode they can be voted off. You know, I think they should be able to get at least around to get through everybody, to meet everybody at least once, and then be voted off. So kudos to him for saying what he got to say. Because it's technically not a lie. He said he's just okay with not having them. So it's a possibility he feels like, you know, for some God foreseen reason, I might not have kids. So I'm okay with that part. But baby, I want them. And you ain't gonna tell me most teachers want children. I'm sorry, most. Sometimes after dealing with them for so long, they're like, you know what? Never mind. Never mind, baby. I wanted them before I started the school. But now I'm on my tenure. Woo! Y'all babies is my babies.
Every year I get 20 more. Every year I got 20 more babies.
It's all right. But yeah, no, I think
Just
this man fully wants them.
just as a PE teacher, I need you to have a little bit more flow, sweetie. I need you to incorporate some dancing, some
Sound like he
stretching.
didn't play soccer. He not light on them feet. Hmm.
Now, Rashina dear, I hope and this is, me dark artsing. I hope the salsa dancing was, the date was chosen to kind of see how Justin moves in a very eloquent way because when you dance with a gentleman, you learn how he will handle you. It is very interesting date. It is a very eye-opening date. And I did like how their date progressed. It was one of the positive ones. We had another positive one, but it was one of the positive dates so far.
Yeah, good date. I'm not mad at it. You know, and I like the fact that he's like, I got 2 left feet, but I'm really willing to keep going. I'm willing to work it out. So I like that. I like that. The coachable attitude on both sides was very it was a breath of fresh air. I'll say that.
And she did say he didn't step on her toes not once.
Oh, that's even beautiful, baby, because my poor little feet. My poor little feet. I just had some flashbacks on dancing, child. Poor little feet, baby. And listen, the cheetah outfit, I'm not mad at it, girl. Like, okay, show 'em what you're working with.
She looks good.
She like, sure, we tangle, we go salsa, baby. You know the salsa get the little hand placements. Place your here. Let me show you where you put your hand.
And move your hips.
Rocking with me. Now rock with me. Lean with me. You get it. Y'all got it. Y'all get it. Woo. What was the date after that? Was it the
Alonzo, William, Vanessa, and
yeah.
Patrice.
So yeah, it was the foursome. The, the hibachi was a hibachi day. I like me a good Korean barbecue. It looked like a Korean barbecue place.
I'm
If
sorry, I don't like to have to pay an I cook. That's just a thing. Sorry.
they like here.
Here's the raw stuff. You can cook for yourself at the table.
Well, you can order the already cooked stuff in the back.
I understand, and I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I understand it is a an ambiance. Like my son was looking at this place in Japan too, where you fish, you throw a pole in, catch your fish because they have tanks around, and then
Mhm.
they cook it for you. I'm like, wait a minute, no, no, I came to be served in
But
service.
can I be like, I don't want this one. Let me throw it back. Let me get your. I don't want this one.
So my thing is, it was a very odd, wanky date with the four of them, but that ain't my cup of tea.
Was it four of them? I only seen
It's
three.
four of them:
No,
Alonzo, William, Vanessa,
I'm gonna say it
Patrice.
again. I only seen three because somebody checked themselves out. Okay, I only there
Somebody
was
felt
four.
like a third wheel.
There
It
was
was
four.
four.
It was four. I seen all four, but somebody checked themselves out intentionally. Now,
Um, Let me respond, Sean. I have tried it at least 3 times. I don't want to cook, and if I'm at the table with someone, and especially if it's a gentleman, he gonna have to cook for me. I'm not cooking. I'm sorry.
mm-hmm.
That's just a preference.
No,
So, Sean, if we end up hanging out, know that you cook it.
but your hat. Sean can cook, so put your chef hat on. So there's that. But I love me. I ain't gonna lie. I like me a Korean barbecue, but that's the cook in me. So I'll be okay. I'll be like, yes, let me handle mine. I got a little. I'll get a little controlling when it comes to the food. Okay, so I'll be like, yes, let me cook mine my way. Thank you. Just bring me my meat and extra wasabi. Thank you.
And I can't eat none of that. So, I don't
Mm,
eat. Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's that. They at least cook your rice.
Yes. Yes.
You have your rice cooked. So there's that.
So Patrice was in a sandwich.
Yeah, she was in a happy little sandwich. Cause Patrice was just giddy. To be honest with you, I don't know what the two people on the end was there for. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But Patrice likes Alonzo for whatever reason. Me personally, I've been like, yeah, go talk to Vanessa. Y'all work it out with you two, okay? Me and Will, we're gonna have a nice little conversation over here, right here. However, however, even though Alonzo didn't get the memo on the all black everything for Black History Month. He didn't get the memo. He was there and he was on the one of the best behaviors that we've seen him on.
I appreciate his splash of color. It's
I, I was shocked that production did that because we have heard in the past production pretty much picks out their outfits and stuff. So I was surprised that production put them in all black like this out of all things too. Usually we get color.
right. I did appreciate his splash of color. He did stand out. He was, different, and it was a very nice shirt and was ironed. So I appreciated that with Alonzo.
I was like, what are they trying to do? Production trying to be funny on this because she likes Alonzo, so I don't understand.
I did appreciate Vanessa's comment that said, she believes it's more a man would fall in love at first sight since men are so visual. I did appreciate that comment. She when she was pulled into the conversation, Vanessa was quite gracious. She knew what was up, but she was quite gracious and played along with it.
Sometimes, because there was a times that she was pulled into the conversation and her face was, "Who said that? Who did that?" Like, girl, you, you. Because that whole part where William said, "I try to reach out to you," and she was stank faced through that whole thing. It was like, girl, he tried to reach out to you. It's okay. It's okay. You gave him the wrong number and you know you did. So stop trying to act like
Now, William, that's giving me you have not been in the dating world for a very long time. William, sweetie, when you get a number, you call it or you text it on the spot.
no, no, no. We stop that, Elsie. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Texting on the spot crap. No, y'all men stop that, okay? That's stalker behavior. Stalker much. Stalker much.
That is trust but verify behavior.
No, no, I don't need the verification, okay? Because that's which I'm gonna let you know now. You do that, you automatically get blocked. You automatically get blocked. Thank you for putting your number in my phone. Boop, block. Surprise me, okay? So then I'll be like, oh, I gave somebody my number. Okay, hey,
Now,
hey.
here's the question. Did he type it in or did she? Or did she intentionally put in a wrong number?
That's the question. Because I'm like, child, listen. But William, again, there's 10 numbers. I know it get a little tricky when we look at it, but once you get used to looking at numbers, you notice that there's something missing, something ain't right. Now, did you put it in wrong and it was supposed to be a four, or did you leave the four all the way off?
Are you saying William doesn't know how many numbers in a phone number?
Some people add the one, so it's throwing them off. So
He added a 4.
he was supposed to add a four. He didn't have the four.
Oh, oh.
So that's a good question though, El. Who put the number in? Who put the number in and wasn't one of them drunk nights? Yes, she said it was missing. She said it was missing, but the way her face was all frowned up, and then she had to see, and she scoured through it. And I know that routine of sitting here going through the phone talking about something. No, see that one right there is that one. That's the reason that right there is the reason why you don't have the right. See, that's why you ain't get me, and you still ain't got the right number. So now this is where he should have verified. Now this is where you should verify. You
I
got
wonder,
that text.
was it really missing a 4 or did you make him add a 4 so he still can't get you?
She didn't want him. She didn't want him, so she gonna do whatever. Please don't text me, because she said, "Now here, this. But I'll go back to this late connection. It's too late to be connected. No, baby, no, baby, it's not too late. It's not too late because you don't have nobody else. And guess what? If Chaz leave, then what for you? See, Chaz over here playing a game while you sitting here putting all your eggs in his basket. He giving your eggs away, baby. So you need to go ahead and try to make you a connection to hold on. Unless you could leave. There's one at every season that leaves when they connection leaves or whatever stuff like that. But you're blocking your own self because this is practice. You too have not been in this dating world a long time. And I think that this would just be good practice, if not anything. And again, you do not have to make a whole relationship out of this. You can make a friend, a associate, a business connection with these people. You don't have to be so.
So here's my question. How many times do you text before you stop? He did 3. No answer. How many times? If he did not have this date, how many times more would William have texted
I
with
don't
no
think
answer?
I don't think he would have texted anymore. I think that was it. He just wanted to make sure she knew that he tried. Because she was
Okay.
trying to act sure. She was trying to make sure, like, oh, you ain't never try to reach out to me. So he like, no, no, baby. Hold up. I did 3 times. And I just thought you wasn't messing with the kid. But hey, listen, I'm willing to take the step from here and reach out to you, see what's good. Just take the step. You can continue to ignore him like you did in the first place. I know you did. I know you ignored that number. That's why she was looking all crazy, like, let me see what you text. No, let me see your phone. Let me see if you got the text. Okay. You know you got that daggone text.
We're not checking phones this early, Jay. We're not checking phones. We can't.
Well, if you can sit here and text me on the spot, we can check these down. Let me text you now. Get your phone out. Let me text you right now. Get your phone out.
You sure Will didn't go to production and say, hey, I don't know if I have Vanessa's correct number, and they added her to the date? just to create that little check the number. You'll see her next time. You
We
could
see.
you could
Don't
check it
worry.
with her.
You can ask her. You confirm. You can confirm. We got you. Who knows? Who knows?
Now, non-negotiables.
Williams again is the only one I heard that was legit, except for the gym. No, let's rewind that. I'm not mad at. I don't know. He needed to word the gym part better. Like, I don't know what you mean. That's not negotiable. Like, you can't go to the gym if somebody wants to stop you from going to the gym, or do you both need to be going to the gym? That would have been the question that I would have had. Do we need to be going to the gym together on a regular? Because if things come up in my life, I can't do it. Is that going to be a problem? You're not going to rock with me, or you just need somebody that keeps you motivated about going to the gym? Because, baby, by all means, do you. The kids, fine. Yes, the kids are your package. They got to accept you with the kids. That is a great negotiable, non negotiable. That's a great deal breaker right there for anybody with kids that love their children. Let me put it out there like that, because some of y'all, hopefully nobody in my chat, but some of these people in this world don't give a damn about their kids and will leave them for their daddy, they new daddy. We're gonna get into that tea later, but we leave them for their new daddy and just forget all about their kids. But those of us that actually understand, baby, that's a part of me that came from me. That is me. And William had a great story of why he's like, yes, I'm not about to leave my kids for nobody. Okay, that's the only connection to this world I have. Real connection to this world I have. That's my legacy. That's me. That's a real deal breaker for me. I get that.
I ain't joining you in the gym all the time. Sorry. My husband go to the gym and play basketball like half a day sometimes. Oh no. Do you, boo? Do you? You know, I'll make sure that your gym shorts are washed, folded, and put away, and you'll find it. Fine. Do you? Bye. See you later. Dinner's at 6.
Me time. Me time. Make yourself happy. Okay. And I'm not mad at him wanting to be healthy with his partner. I'm not mad at that at all. But that's not a real deal breaker. I need that to be structured in a way that makes sense for it to be a real deal breaker for me. However, I don't know how that became a real deal breaker for Vanessa. Why is being healthy a problem for you? Because you got two kids. Baby, you got two boys. They need to be in the gym too. And guess what? Family date. She said, I don't know if he gonna have enough time for me and mine. Baby, he got three kids. You could have used that as the excuse for why he don't have enough time for you and yours in the first place. That would have been a better excuse for me. You got three, I got two. It's a lot. We asking for the Brady Bunch situation. That's a lot. I can respect that a lot more than you sitting here just writing him off for going to the gym. Just say you don't like this man.
Or maybe she doesn't believe he goes to the gym as much as he says.
Oh, she should have seen him shooting them threes then, because baby, that man being there now, he might not be working out on the muscles and stuff like that. That's a whole different part of the gym, but he definitely getting it on the court. Okay, so I'm not mad at him, because I'd be like, yes, motivate me to get up in there too, because I'm trying to get back on the court my daggone self. So William, hey, if you want a little one-on-one, I already got a few challenges going on, because I got one with Donovan, Phil, and now you. So if it be a 3-on-1, we could play king of the court, queen of the court in my case, until I beat you. Okay, until I beat you, because I need some practice. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm gonna shoot a
You,
few air balls, so just stick with.
you need the Alexis Dominique date. You need to stretch. You need to stretch.
Yes, I need the yoga, I need the stretches, I need all of that. But she was fine on the yoga. So I'm like,
Yeah.
sis, stop playing in my face, please. Don't irritate me, because Alexis already irritated me. Don't be the next one.
Now, Vanessa did say communication. She thinks it's bad to have to pry information out of your significant other. Why are we prying?
Well, if she's dated Jonathan, you're gonna have to get you some little pliers and you're gonna have to work your way up in there, you know what I'm saying? Because, baby, you got to pry
Jonathan's
his name out of him.
no, his behavior tells me more than his words do. So I ain't got to
Mhm.
pry. I just observe. And Alonzo said he could put up with anything.
No boundaries, because he don't want no boundaries because he wants to be able to cross everybody else's boundaries. So he a whole fool and a whole lie on that. You ain't putting up with everything, because if you was putting up with everything, you would be in a relationship. You've
Well,
been in a relationship.
Patrice did say that was a immature answer, but did we hear her non-negotiables?
I don't
They
remember
cut
hearing
that
hers.
out. They cut that out.
I don't remember hearing hers.
But Patrice did say she lives in a fairy tale quite a lot.
She just trying to have a good time right now because she like, I got my kids, I got my children. Just I yeah, I don't know. That's why I said I only this whole episode I only heard like two. I give three maybe at the most. Good deal, solid deal breakers, but the rest of y'all was just throwing out fluff.
Talking about fluff. Next date, Mika and Dominique.
When we got to the deal breakers, I thought we was gonna say, okay, we just not each other's people. So at this point, again, I'm thinking it's alignment, i.e., alliance. Because Dominique, what? You already late again, you already late on making these babies.
2 to 10.
You about to get a one in a possible in a minute. And we starting off with the possible because you on a possible lane with this lady who is possibly thinking about switching. She's thinking possibly thinking about switching. She ain't thinking about switching. She's possibly thinking about switching over to maybe if I really love the man, which is a whole lie. I'm gonna give him a baby. Sis, you ain't giving nobody a baby. You've been baby free for how many years now? Like not child free, but baby free.
She said she's gonna leave the kid with him.
Oh, baby, I love to say that to people. I love to tell you that. I would tell you in a heart. My child, when my daughter was asking for a sibling, I was like, guess who's gonna raise it? You. You is gonna be your baby. It ain't gonna be your sibling. It's gonna be yours. I'll give it to you since you want it so bad. Hey, and I seen this things that asks for the right price. Would you do this, that, and the third and stuff like that? I have been offered to have people babies before, like literally be paid. But when I had that body together, I should have took the offer though. I should have hindsight, in hindsight. It was a pretty pity. It's a pretty pity. It was a nice what the surrogates get. It was up there in them higher ranges of the surrogacy. Okay, it's like I've been doing it for some years. I should have probably did it, but then they also wanted to make it the old fashioned way. So I was just like,
If I was in Mika's shoes, I would be in the same position. No,
no,
no, don't want any
mm-mm,
more. Don't want
mm-mm.
any more. But I wouldn't have said it in that process. I wouldn't have started with a hard no. But that's if we're playing a game. She may be playing for keeps by telling the truth.
Now, Jr., I want to ask, explain a little bit. Can we give her the same treatment as we give men that try to date black women after failing with the other side, or does she give grace? I mean, what do we mean by that?
I think you're talking about Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa. Okay, okay, all right.
Well, we roasted Vanessa in the
Oh yeah, that was in the beginning.
first episode.
Yeah, especially when she decided that she want to be all to the people.
We did. we,
Wakanda forever, girl, gone somewhere because you coming in like you infiltrating at this point, child. Go on somewhere.
we did. We did roast her. We did roast her. That's first episode, and I think it was the painting episode. Yeah, we did roast her a bit with the Wakanda Forever.
Ooh, now she'll be a mean mom, Sean. Not if that body don't get back right, baby. Listen. But listen, if she have one with William, he gonna make sure the body get back right, cause he gonna have you in the gym, baby. Look, you might want to have these conversations with the right one. Because William said, we'll be back in the gym through the whole pregnancy. You ain't even got to worry about it. We're going to get you in the gym. I wonder why he said that as a deal breaker, too. That makes me have to question some other things. I'm not going to say it on here because I ain't going to disrespect nobody in his past. But, bro, why is the gym? Again, I got too many questions for his gym one. I just need to know if that's just if he can go to the gym by himself. Because if he can go by the gym by himself, all the rest of the questions, they don't exist. But if I gotta go with you, what in your past has happened?
Who's watching the kids when we both in the gym?
Child, the baby in there with us. Get a give him a little a half pound weight.
Not a
The
half a pound.
child, listen, that bottle, get that, fill that bottle up. Tell the baby, let's go, baby. Pick the bottle up. Let's get it.
Weigh the baby, and that could be your weight.
To be honest with you, I used to do the postpartum workouts. You pick that baby up. That is a whole weight for yourself right there. You go ahead and do them squats with that baby if you want to. Child, them legs will be right.
Sorry, Sean, I'm not having my kids in the
Oh
kids
no.
area in the gym. No, the
No.
germs of it all. Oh no,
Listen, I it was one time, and
no.
after that, I was like, not never again, never again. It was worse than daycare. The child came back all kind of ways. My poor baby. I was just stay home with grandma. Grandma got you. Gigi got you. Gigi got you, baby. I go to the gym. Gigi, you be with Gigi. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, no.
So she told him he would be too old to have a kid in kindergarten. He gonna have to learn to stretch. She was taking a little digs at him with him trying to
That,
be a dad now.
that's why I said that little attitude. Sometimes I don't think she realized how harsh she really comes off. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Jr. Yeah, that stank. I gave her no. I gave her the hell for the stank face already. That stank face was this something. Yeah, no, we gave her hell for that stank face because I didn't like none of that.
Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa. But yeah, this one's attitude is just. I don't think she realized it either. She's not. Her and Alexis got a lot in common because neither one of these ladies is self aware of how they come off in the world.
And they're on opposite ends. It's interesting.
Hmm. Hmm. Because it's like
Let it go. We'll get to the ladies' lounge. We'll get to the ladies' lounge.
it's not even that. It's just her in this moment with Dominique. You know, this is really as much as you might want to think Justin is into you because he agreed that he might be okay with not having anymore. You don't have no real connections either. And Dominique is closest that we've seen as a real connection to you, and he's actually still trying to work with you for whatever reason. I have no clue outside of personal interest outside of this show. But you don't want no kids. You was very firm on that since day one. We even commended Lamar, even though he was quite rude and his get up and leave you. But it was like, why waste our time? Why waste both of our time when we know we are on opposite spectrums when it comes to this? Dominique, for whatever reason, is still trying to waste his own time
With
because at
strong
this
eye
point,
contact. He had strong eye contact though.
I don't even think you got the lady parts to house them. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing like that or whatever, but I think you probably at this point elected to have that removed so you don't even have to worry about having any more kids. And I'm not mad at it. Child, it's a wonderful life to travel. Trust and believe me, because I'm enjoying every bit of it. Okay. However, you just really don't want no more kids. Yet you still gonna be rude to this man about his decision on wanting to have them. Like that's not your only connection. Yeah, I got a lot of this. These people got a lot of work to do. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We gonna have to start bringing a therapist. We gonna have to get like Mavs and start having some therapy up in here. Woo,
A pop-up therapist at a date.
man, just go through the therapist for a date. Just, just sit there. Oh, my head hurt.
So we'll go on to something lighter then.
Thank you.
Maya and Justin.
Thank you. It didn't get much lighter, but thank you. Because she
We
came
had
in a little rude too.
dang.
Maya came in a little rude on this date. I mean, she fixed it towards the end. She started to get a little bit better, but she came in a little, yeah, yeah. She was like, "You, I gotta cook this." She seen the sushi. She seen the sushi. She said, "Oh, I gotta cook myself." Oh no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Maya's like, I have shown this man my entire behind. And now you got me sitting next to him on this couch. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
He told y'all production play too much.
And because she played him as her least connection, you know they're gonna put you on a date with the man.
Yeah, she was like, no, and I get her initial frustration because it's probably we always hear it. She's been asking for dates with certain people. She's probably been asking and requesting certain people, and they just refuse to give it to her. So I'm pretty sure that's why the initial attitude. I'm giving her this out. Look, I'm giving her this out because I do like the girl. I think that maybe the initial attitude because she did clean it up as it went through. She didn't stay there with stank face the whole time. But baby, I was like, does she do not like sushi too? She don't like cat. She don't like sushi. Like, you don't like anything.
She liked the drinks. She liked the
She liked the
drinks.
pranks. She gave a little more eye contact. At first, she didn't though. At first, she didn't. She was looking at. I was like, you must be looking at production. Every time you look off to the side, you must be like, could y'all stop asking me to do stuff, please? Not social distancing from Justin. She was quite distant from him. She was like, I'm still trying to remind you, you are my least connection. I'm sorry.
But we're both from Mississippi.
Mm.
We both have family values. We both want kids.
And it sounds like this is both something we discussed a little bit prior. So why don't we have any connections? I wonder what I'm so curious. I can't wait to the interviews, but I'm so curious to wonder why she is a bit put off by Justin. Maybe she's seeing through his game.
Or
Maybe.
maybe she heard his constant I'm open to not having kids and all of a sudden you want kids? It's like why are you playing with me?
But did she vote him on her top in the ladies' lounge?
We'll get to the ladies lounge.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm just saying because it's when we get there, we're gonna get there though. But I'm just like interesting, interesting, Maya, interesting. My little game player. Maya's playing this game, baby. That's all I can say. Is my girl is playing this game, and maybe that's the thing. She like, I see you, Justin. You playing just as much as I am. So, hmm
Now Motown Investor has a lovely comment there.
I seen that. I was gonna put it, but we was talking about Maya for a second. But there we go. Since when do we promise babies to men who are not our husbands?
And even then we cannot promise babies.
Well, it's the art of gifting. We've started this a couple of seasons ago of gifting babies, and then the man on here wants to gift his lady a baby. So it's new gifts. It's new gifts. It's promise rings. So it's a promise baby, just like the promise ring. I give you a baby, and then maybe we get married. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
Not Sweet Tea started. Don't cross. No, we ain't gonna cross over to the show. She got her husband out of it. I don't know if she's gonna be happy with that man, but she got her husband out of that promise. She did make a good promise, and she got her husband, so it worked. Listen. We're gonna speak on it real quick, Danny. She made the promise, She got the ring first, though. She didn't give the baby, so she did it right. She got the ring first. Now she gotta hope she can deliver on that promise now, baby. So now she at the clinics trying to get it all right. She probably should have went to the clinics first before the promise, but there's that.
Next date.
Yes, please.
The
Check.
date that I would like to go on, hint to hubby.
Say it again.
The date I'd like to go on, hint to hubby.
I'll cut this part down and make it into a small version.
The body butter date with
Yes, baby.
Rashina, Jonathan, and Will.
Now I'm gonna get on again. I'm okay. If you want to bring the little sound people in and get the chakras right and all this stuff like that, but stop blowing out people's eardrums because this is the second time y'all done put these people right next to somebody's eardrums. Remember Blake, poor little Blake, he was just like this the whole time. Poor little Blake couldn't even get relaxed. Okay, and here we go, Jonathan. Jonathan can't even hear the questions that the ladies, and it's probably helpful to him because he probably don't want to hear no more questions. But he can't even hear the questions that the ladies is asking him. Now you're gonna blow his eardrums out. Poor little tink tink.
Now
Oh,
he has an excuse.
yeah. Well, I guess it works in his favor now.
But why did the proprietor need to be in the camera frame? Did we only bring one camera or one less camera? I mean, I don't understand. But it was a lovely date, just like the pour paint. This was a lovely date. I liked how Rashina said, "Hey, pick some fragrances you think embody me." She,
The interesting thing about that saying that is these are two gentlemen you don't really have a connection with. So, I mean, I like it because it's now you can figure out how they see you. It's a good way to find out how they see you. But I was like, I'm not mad at her being on a date with two people she don't have a connection with. Let's see what happens. And baby, things happened. This is why she ain't got a connection with neither one of them. This date, it was going well. It was going well. I like the body butter. I love me some child. Listen, I got about 5, 6, 7 different lotions over here now. Look, I like me some good moisturizers or whatnot. Because yes, us light skinned people get ashy too, baby. Look, and it can be seen. So I like to be buttered up. I like the smells of it all. I loved all of it. Like, even incorporating some of the energy. I wouldn't want to neither one of these brothers' energy in my body butter personally. Personally, that's just me. So that part could have probably been left out for me in this particular date. But some other people' energy, I would be like all for it.
well, Will started by saying he don't know Rashina like that to be on this date.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie? See, if he
Now,
had got to know her, he might have still be here.
maybe, but since he's the other half of the coin, I don't know.
I don't know either. But that little attitude didn't help. It didn't help. It did not help. I'm trying to tell y'all, Fort Worth got a lot, and I know these people can like to be like, I'm not really from Fort Worth, but Fort Worth, China, I'll read your thing in a minute. Fort Worth is just not giving the attitude is just too high out there. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, that's not the comment he was
Oh, not this one.
referring to, but read it before you post it.
What the desire of the children one?
I would have picked or de
Am I missing? Oh,
mm,
oh yeah.
Sean's fragrance.
Oh, Badu Dussy. Badu Dussy. Yeah.
Baduism.
Mm-hmm. But now Sean, see, Now, Sean, you would have been talked about some more because the men already done started this line now. I don't know if you want to go down that wrong road, Sean. Wrong road. Wrong road. Because the men is already out of control with it this season. So you would have just fit right on in with the rest of them. So now you want that comment red. Now you're going to get red. I'm not mad at it. But remember, these two people, all these people don't know each other. They don't know each other like that. That would have been the wrong road. That would have been a wrong road, Sean.
And what if you pick the wrong
Oh,
essence?
oh, not the Stranger. Not the Stranger. You was doing my task. You was doing your task. They said you would have been on Lamar's road. Exit. Rolled off the road. Ran right off the road with it. Like, no, no, Sean. No. Oh, child. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Yes, if you get the wrong essence, baby. Oh, Lord. Mm,
You'll have to walk around smelling like the wrong essence.
mm, mm. Not a good look. Not a good look. No, no. But yeah,
So the non-negotiables,
Will said his was God. You got to have your relationship with God. That's a strong one. I can take that one. I could take the faith as a non-negotiable. I can see that. Oh, thank you, Estee, but I didn't feel that way. Okay, I didn't feel that way. Thank you. I feel like I was over talking. I'm trying to let Elle speak. But thank you. Appreciate you having my back, sister or brother. I'm not sure. Let me know so I can stand corrected. What are your preferred pronouns in this day and age? Because I don't want to get nothing wrong, child. I'm trying to stay hip. I'm trying to be a hip mom. But Will said God. Rashina said communication and what was the other one? Cheating, commitment.
trust, lying, commitment, no side pieces. Well, I put the no side piece in my
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah, because I was like, that's pretty much what she was saying. And my dear Jonathan, this I told you the first one, the cigarettes, I'm okay. But how the hell did the car change the tire?
He said changing the oil.
Changing oil.
At first, my dark side was like, are we talking about a car? What kind of oil we talking about? Massage oil? What? I need to define what oil we talking about.
The fish oil, the grease on the stove, like what oil we changed it? You don't want the oil to stay on the stove too long. You want us to replace it. I don't know. Fry oil, wood oil.
Cause and then he likes to keep stuff private. Why are you on this show, sir? Why are you on camera if you like to be private?
She the fact the question came from y'all was all in the group when Tommy said the objective was to find out deal breakers. You act like this is a new question out of nowhere. This was the assignment for the week for everybody. You had all up until this date to figure out what you was gonna give for a deal breaker. Look here, little Matthew Jr. You cannot be the only ones asking questions and nobody can ask you a daggone question. That's not how the world works. There's another one I be running. I want to go Naomi Campbell on, okay? Because we need therapists. We need therapists. Say it again. Why are you on the show, Elsa? Is that what you said? Why are you here?
If you want to keep things private, why are you here on camera? Because the minute you're on camera, you minute on the show, people are going to look you up. You're going to be all over your social media. Why are you here? To be private.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna throw it out there again. Shout out to Little Black Book 91 because on Tuesday And don't come down in my comments. I do not know what time. I do not run the channel. Y'all go over there and hit the notification bell so y'all wouldn't know. I'm telling you now. On Little Black Book on Tuesday, he's supposed to have Jonathan on. We gonna see if he opens up more than he has on camera. Let's all pray that we get something. We child, listen. I gotta. He frustrates me. I
Well,
wanna.
we're
He
mhm.
seems sweet and likable, and I do want to really like him, but that I can't open up. I don't know you. I don't. Baby, don't come on this TV screen because you got to be somewhat. I'm not saying give us your whole life history, tell us what this person did to you, that person did to you. I don't need all of that. But something, your deal breaker, you don't have an answer for yourself. You don't have a deal breaker for yourself. At this point, the way it sounds, you should really have a deal breaker of not having a voice,
Mhm.
not being allowed to speak.
Um, she said Will made her feel uncomfortable because it felt like he was grilling her. I thought Will didn't like to be grilled, but he was grilling her.
This is Matthew Sr. Because, child, listen,
Don't question my authority.
respect my authority. Because for real, say what now? So you've been taught by the church for real, because that's certain religions believe. Don't question what I put before you. Just know I put it before you. Because I don't understand these men. They want to ask all the questions, but they don't want nobody to ask them a question back. And I mean, he was, sir, don't nobody like that. We get on the women when they do that. We done got on the women when they do that stuff. Don't nobody like that. You don't like nobody spit firing questions at you. Please honor that same respect. Because you're going to get what you put out. I'm sorry. That's how the universe works. You're going to get what you put out.
It reminds me of when parents used to tell you, do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, child, my daddy be trying to still say that stuff. I'm like, if you don't go on somewhere, if you don't get out my face. Because first of all, we learn from mimicking you in the first place. I'm sorry, it's just natural behavior, and whatever you gonna do to me is gonna get done to you, regardless if I do it to you or if it's somebody else. So if you don't want people spitting off questions to you, just respectfully go in the world, not doing it to other people.
But if I'm letting you lead, you are leading with grilling. So am I not mirroring the behavior of my leader?
Amen. Let the church say amen. Child, they can't stand us, Elsie. They can't stand us. Because I'm gonna definitely mirror you. I am a mirror of what I see. What Ron Isley told y'all. I'm a mirror of what I see. And baby, if that's what you're gonna give me, I'm gonna show up as me. But if this is the energy you give me, I'm gonna give it back to you. I know it's petty and it's childish or whatever the case may be, but a lot of times your behavior in the first was petty and childish. So just look at yourself when you get to telling me that. Because I showed you me. I showed you me. You ask a question, I answer the question, we have conversation. I ask a question, you answer the question, we have conversation. It's called dialogue. It's called conversing. Generally, we cannot converse without a question being asked to start it. And a bunch of statements all the time just doesn't sound like we're conversing with each other. We're just stating stuff. A bunch of questions sounds like interrogation. I'm being held captive by the police. You trying to catch me in something. Maybe we should start an art of conversation class, because baby,
Ooh, wait a minute. I do agree with JR's comment that he is not your leader until he's your husband, but for me, during the dating phase, I am kind of learning your leadership style and learning how to, blend well under your leadership style. So yes, he is not, the king unless he's crowned, but definitely there's a period of I'm watching your leadership and seeing if I can handle it. And can you handle me mirroring your style?
yeah. Let me see. I'm just replying to Miss View real quick, letting her know tomorrow. Tomorrow, the live panel will be on Kojo channel. We'll be having the full panel on Kojo tomorrow. So yeah, but I get, I get what you're saying, Jr. And let me say it to this: if you cannot lead me in the dating process, you'll never make it to being my husband. And I know that relies on you even asking me in the first place, but I'm definitely gonna show you how you showing up in the world. And it's gonna happen over time because I'm not one of those you do an action, I do an action. You do an action, I process your action, I return with my own reaction. After a while, if your actions continue to be the same, I'm going to mirror your action because now you need to see yourself of why I'm doing different things, and I show up literally differently to try to I'm a type of teacher that I will give you different methods to learn from. I'm not going to keep trying to drill you with the same thing over and over. I'm going to try to work with you to your understanding and ability. When none of that works, I'm going to show you how you are showing up to me. A lot of times I know at the end of the world you still not going to see it because you obviously is not self-aware in the first place to even understand that you are a problem. But once I start marrying you, you know the problem's about to end because I'm about to be out. Because I don't like holding that energy for too long anyway. But I will show you how you showing up. And if you're not showing up as a leader to me in the first, and I'm not saying that everybody can just walk in and lead me because I'm not that type of personality. You got to be a real leader to lead me. But if you can't even do that, baby, I'm not worried about you being my husband. You ain't got to never worry about it. Hey there. Surprise, surprise.
Hey, hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Y'all talk about something juicy, but I literally just logged on, so I have no idea, but it sounds very interesting. So I popped on.
The body butter date.
With Jonathan and the lack of
Jonathan
information
Will Rashina.
the lack of information there is. And then Will's line of questionings.
Oh, his interrogation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I was falling asleep with that body butter date with Rashina. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna have to rewatch it before our panel.
So so
But
the so the gong didn't keep you awake?
no, I was falling asleep. I was trying to
It helped
force
her,
my way
it helped
through
her
it.
relax. It helped her relax.
That is actually the moment when that gong came. I was like, oh, I am going to sleep. Child. Yeah, but the Will interrogation date, I was awake for that. And he just asked questions like he's like on a Will was just acting like he was like one of these like red pill dudes on YouTube, just firing off questions with no personality. I think the man just ain't got no personality. That's why he's so obsessed with money. I think that's the problem. Um, it's very off-putting. So
So Trey has a good question. Should a woman show that she wants to be led since you love telling us your wants?
sure, yeah, why not? Why not? I Because not every woman wants to be led, right? There's a lot of women who want to be more in control. There's people on both sides who want to be more in control. So I think if you want a man to be more of a leader, you should definitely should indicate that. Because just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you want to take a back seat and you don't want, that you want a leader. I know a lot of women who like picking younger men or men who have less money or things like that so they can be the leader. I know a lot of women like that. I have friends like that. So not every woman wants to be led. So you should say that.
Now, Trey, my question is, will you read the correct signs? She can show you all day, but if it's lost in translation, but that's where the communication comes in. You got to communicate. You got to talk. You got to talk about this is how best I flourish under a certain leadership, or you just, have grace for each other and learn as you go. But it can be a rough road. But my thing is, it can be lost in translation. But you need to show your partner, just like you need to tell them what your love languages are, if you know, so they're not, falling down in the dark. Communication.
Me personally, I'm not going to show you that I want to be led. And I say this, hear me all the way out. I'm going to watch your leadership. I'm going to watch how you lead. I will show you the directions that I need to be led in. I will allow you to lead however you lead. Will I always follow you? Especially if we're in that state where JR says you're not even my husband? Probably not. But I will allow you to do what you're naturally born to do, which is to lead. I come from good leadership. I know what it looks like. I know how it works. For me, let me put it like that. I know how it works for me. Good leadership for me is along the lines of a partnership. My man is going to do what he needs to do. As long as he's making himself happy and I ain't got to do nothing, I can add to his happiness. That's all I got to do. He taking care of all his needs and his wants like that. I got the rest. We good. He ain't putting me in danger. He ain't running us off no cliffs. I will be a passenger princess all daggone day. Okay? But if I see him falling asleep at the wheel and start swerving, baby, guess what? Jump out. It's my time to take over. It's my time to take over. Because good leadership also knows when to relinquish some of that lead and go ahead and let somebody else help. So I'm not going to show you. I'm going to watch how you do it because I need you to be a natural leader in the first place. And I'll follow your lead if it's conducive to where I need to go. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but
That makes sense. It got a
he said,
little Leo. It got a little Leo in it, but it definitely makes sense.
a lot of Leo, baby. A lot of Leo, okay? Because shit.
It got a lot of Leo to it because it could have had a little more directness in it. But I do feel you though. You do want to first and foremost see if somebody can lead themselves before they're
Right.
even leading you. So I do get that. I definitely get that.
Yeah, you gonna just jump in and talk about I'll lead you. Where are you going? The hell? Are we going in the same direction? I don't know. But yeah,
Exactly. We got to know the bus number and the bus route before we jump on.
man, just lead me around town with no direction. No. No. Anyways, y'all trying to get us off subject. We supposed to be all ready to love. Look, when we have these women's panels, y'all can have these questions. Hold your questions until
You are catering to your audience, Jay.
Trey like to come and derail something. You always want to derail a situation. But yes, any more thoughts on this date, this body butter?
I do not. I feel like I must have missed the good dates. How many more y'all got left?
We had the ladies' lounge.
I don't know. I done missed them all. Okay.
Don't worry, you can
now
save
we
it
down
all.
to the ladies' lounge. Dead.
Save it all for the panel tomorrow.
Oh no.
You want to speak on anything real quick? Just one or two.
Um, mm, well, only thing I was gonna speak on is that date with Vanessa and Will and Patrice and Alonzo. That was the one that really stood out to me. But
Share your
you know,
thoughts.
Vanessa got some dark arts to her. To be honest, she she was looking like she wanted to, she wanted some attention, but when Will was trying to pay her attention, she was blowing him off. So I don't really know. And this loops back to the ladies' lounge because that's what made me think about it. Her saying that they're not compatible because he wants to go to the gym, ma'am. This lady was doing flips, splits, and back bends on that paddleboard. You gonna tell me she not down to a yoga class, to a Pilates class? She's definitely in shape. She doesn't look like she had two kids nowhere. So I know for a fact she's doing something. So she clearly cares about her physical health and wellness. So that wasn't the reason. She just
Mm.
doesn't like Will. But what I will say is take away from this episode, and I don't know if I stand alone here, but Will and his three kids are the most stable man on this show. Will, to me, if I had to pick a lead with somebody, I'm gonna leave with him and his crew.
Let's
Before I
correct it though. Will Young, because we don't want to get it.
William,
There we go.
William and the crew that he got is better off than everybody else because he's the only one who seems normal and like he got some sense. So that's what I took away from the show, from that date. Everybody else doing a
Mhm.
little bit too much. I like William.
He
So
ain't got, well, the only sense he didn't have was to verify the number on site, even though Jay said we don't do that.
These men, today's men, definitely gonna verify that number on site. I'm just gonna let you know though. You do it with me, you might get blocked. You better be fine if you verifying that number on site, baby. You better be fine because I'm gonna block you.
oh, you mean the cell phone number? So he not
Right.
paranoid because if you're calling me trying to verify my number on site, I'm gonna think you're crazy. Why are you doing that? Like,
I'm just saying, that's me too. That's me too. But I'm not mad at the verification of it all. You just want to make sure you got it right. That's I guess that's what Elsie is saying. Just make sure you got all the numbers, all four in there. Please don't leave off the four, okay? And then you won't have three messages sitting on unread, trying to figure out where they going to. They just in the abyss. Anyways, the women's lounge got a little interesting, and people was already on guard before even getting up in there. Go ahead, Elsie. Go ahead. Speak on it. Speak on your girl. You repping for your team this.
Oh no, I just said she inspired me to wear a running back. I did not say I'm on Alexis's team. Alexis is the one carrying the ball to the men's lounge or to Will. So that's why I had to wear this jersey. So I'm sorry. But she said she don't like a chatty catty. I mean, ma'am, do you not know a mirror? Do you not own one? Or do you not see yourself in that manner?
Or the man you
Because,
choose.
right, because the thing is that the women, all your arch nemesis is gone. And now you still have ladies in the lounge that do not rock with you. And they were waiting for her to come. Rashida was waiting for her to come.
Rashina, Mika, Patrice. She building her little roster all right. It's not the one that she wanted, but she's building her little dream team against her. She really like competition, don't she? She says she like comps. So I don't know. Seaway thoughts?
yeah. I Here's the thing. I don't know what's wrong with Alexia. What's her name? What's her real name?
Alexis with the S. Alexis.
She, Alexis. Yeah, I mean, she just seemed like she's a glutton for punishment. Like y'all said, like she liked the smoke, and why she liked the smoke so much is beyond me. I don't know why she want to tussle with everybody. It almost seemed like she gets some type of weird enjoyment out of it. I will say that she wasn't lying about not mentioning no names, right? So she didn't technically mention any names with that situation. So I guess when they run the tapes back, they're gonna see that she didn't mention Patrice's name or nobody's name. And to be fair, I don't think she did much different than everybody else when it came to that particular dialogue, the elimination dialogue where she had to talk to Will. I don't think she did too much there. But in general, I just feel like she was doing too much, saying that she wanted to kiss Chaz. Like, what did she need to say all that for? Like, she's trying to make the girls jealous. Like, I feel like she's just kind of weird. I don't really understand her. And again, I really wanted to like her, but it's like every episode she's doing too much. Way too much.
I said the same thing earlier. I just really wanted to like this girl, but she is just at this point getting a little annoying. Because yeah, she again. Now you're not doing it with the men. Now you come to the women oversharing. Listen, if Chaz was gonna kiss you, if he wasn't gonna kiss you, it didn't happen. So there's no need to talk about it. And I'm with Mika on it. Almost don't count, baby. It don't. It don't. It don't. So bringing it up, what was the point of it? Was you trying to get on? You trying to get Vanessa now against you because you didn't got
Only to
everybody
get
else
under their
against you.
skin.
Yeah, you got everybody else against you already. But you know Vanessa, that's her top. That's been her top. So now you want Vanessa to rival you too? I don't understand. And yes, you didn't per se this time a name. You didn't give a name. You didn't say an actual name, but you gave a direct description. And to sit here in this thing and sit here and be like, oh, well, he needed an example. He don't need no examples. He's a grown man. He don't need an example of why they voted him off. Just know you're at the bottom. Let's figure out how we fix it. If you want to give him some help, give him some game plan on how to talk to some of these ladies because you sit in the lounge listening to what they like. So that's helpful. You want him to stick around, that would have been more helpful than him sending him on a witch hunt because that's what you eventually did. He showed you that he can't hold water in the first place. He didn't cover you the first time with Koshia in the first to even come there. I would have been questioning him up and down, like how she even know our conversation. Yet you didn't do none of that. You still want to sit here and try to do it, except for when it comes, and we're going to get there, to when you're actually putting somebody at the bottom. Interesting. Go ahead.
Patrice says, when you talk, it can get dangerous. Patrice told her that in the ladies' lounge because she is sharing. I wonder, because of that statement, if she's not sharing more. If it's not coming back to the ladies from other gentlemen or whatever, that she is just talking too much. But the thing is, she couldn't grasp that when she is talking, that it can get dangerous. It seems like it's like, I want to talk. I'm going to talk to whoever I want to. You're not going to stop me from talking, but you're not realizing the potential consequences of running the ball in this case. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tommy is of no help. You sat here and told us what's in the ladies' lounge, what's in the men's lounge stays here. You have her, people are saying she has repeatedly not listened to you. She has repeatedly broken that rule, and you got nothing to say, no reprimand, no consequence, no nothing. You can, Tommy, correct a lady in a particular way. You can say that. You can correct her. But to just sit there and just breeze it over, why would I respect your rule? Why would I respect you? Why would I respect this process and everything when there's no consequence?
Well, the consequence now is your person is now at the bottom, up for elimination, and you are now targeted not just by the women, but the men too. So to try to go to Trey's comment on, let's be real. The ladies didn't like her in the first ladies lounge. That's only half the group, sweetheart. She was only with half the group, even if that's the case. You got people from the other half not liking you now. It's something that you're doing. You cannot sit here and try to act like this is all other people just not liking me. That's too many people not liking me for no reason. That's preposterous. I'm sorry. That's just not it. Somebody there, you have to have bonded with somebody, and it's not looking like you're doing that with anybody, not even Vanessa, who has been the most neutral of all these situations, because now you're coming in trying to tell her that her top connection, oh, we was close to kissing. You're doing things to provoke people because you like competition. That's what you said. So if the energy is coming, you're competing before you even walk into the arena. That athletic spirit is everywhere with her. I'm sorry. It's carried everywhere with her. And that's why she's perceiving that everybody is competing with her, because you're competing with everybody. It's just that simple. People are coming for you because you're coming for everybody. You're only going to get out of the world what you put into it. You're putting this energy into the world. This is why these women is coming back at you. You're putting information out there. That's why the information is coming back to you, you directly. It's not coming back to somebody in this group keeps telling the men something. Everything has been directed back to Alexis, because she's putting trust into men that don't know how to generalize, because she don't generalize nothing. But when she's in it, oh, it's generalized. When she's actually in it, it's generalized. That's the interesting thing about it. So you're intentionally doing things. And that's why people have a problem with you. So stop trying to make it out to be people have a problem with you. Just for no reason. That's not it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever's going on with Alexis, this doesn't seem to be limited to ready to love. She has a very kind of nasty disposition that it seems like this is just how she is. I don't know. She can't have too many friends, and she definitely can't have too many women that are her friends, because the way she just inserts herself into nonsense is not cute. And like you said, Vanessa is the one who's been very neutral to her, hasn't ganged up on her, hasn't been a part of none of the nonsense, and she's now she's coming at her main person. They said they give her a pass, but then pass her up. That's why she's on the show.
The men give her a pass, but they pass her up. That's why she's on the show. Something's not working.
Yeah. Because honestly, I mean, we talk about, I want to steal this from my husband who said this, but I know a lot of times, we talk about how bad the men are that aren't ready to love. But I think this season is really showing why women who are 8s, 9s, and 10s, this season has to have some of the prettiest women objectively that have been on Ready to Love. It's not even an opinion. Most of these women, you ask 100 people, 98, 97 of them are going to say that they're 8s, 9s, and 10s. All of them, right? The gag here is that now we're seeing why 8s, 9s, and 10s are incredibly single. We know why the men are single. They broke. A lot of them are looking like they looking. They got kids. They got 5, 6 kids. They got whatever. But the women here, I'm starting to see why they're on the struggle bus, because Alexis, very pretty. All these people, very pretty. And I'm like, okay, look at Mika. I'm not going to start on Mika. These women are gorgeous. But the personality is not personality in at all. At all. And if you can't get along with other women, I say this all the time. If you're one of the women who talk about, I can't get along with women, you can't get along with men either. You can't get along with people. You should be able to get along with women. If you beefing with all the women, all of that's going to translate over to how you do relationships in general, because it shouldn't be that hard to get along with women, at least some women. Because if she say, oh, I don't like catty women, I don't like argumentative women like Koshia, okay, then why you coming for Vanessa? She ain't bothering you. Why are you coming for her man? Honestly, the only people who act like they got common sense in real world on this show is Maya. And that's probably what all the dudes is chasing her still, it seems like. And Will. And it seems like what's his face ain't that bad. The one, what's her name with the P?
Patricia.
Yeah. No. The one that's still on.
I mean, Patrice.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's really what it is. Like, there's no way that somebody who is as cute as Alexis should be having this type of problem. She ain't got no kids either. Like, she's not encumbered with nothing. Like, what is your problem? This is her problem. She keeps a lot of mess around her. That's the problem. She's a quote unquote preference. There's no way in 2024, with the way a lot of these black men be running for people who don't look like her. She got curly hair, light skin. She's the preference for a lot of people. And you walking around single, child, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you.
How is she? Like a ref? She is a ref for basketball. I mean, it seems like she's going into this with the referee's mindset, with her whistle, that she's the rule of law, that you're going to follow and do what she says, and she don't have to listen to anyone. It seems like that kind of referee mindset in the way that she's moving and behaving. But it's like, why piss people off? Yes, you're not there to make girlfriends, but you're not there to make enemies of anybody either. I don't understand her point. It's like, okay, you want to tell Will all the information to gain his favor, but what is your motivation in ticking off the other woman? Just play your game. And if this is your game, it ain't right.
I agree with all that, for real.
Sean said, I done got off the horse. Jay said the
Started
horse
walking.
ain't moving.
The horse ain't moving forward, baby. She got to get off. Yeah, like I say, I wanted to like her, but this gameplay right here, it's just like, I don't listen. And maybe it's because my confidence is just set up different, because I had to spend a lot of time getting to love myself, okay? But I don't feel like I need to tear down. Let me put it like that. I don't feel like I need to compete on every platform and every stage. If we're not on the basketball court, if we're not having a game night, if it's not something that is literally designed for competition, winning somebody's heart to me is not designed for competition. That's just how I feel. Maybe other people might feel different, but if winning somebody's heart is not designed for competition, because I look at it as, if you're designed for me, if God has designed you for me, you're going to want me. I want you to love me. I don't want to be able to have to tear anybody else down in the process. I don't want to have to make situations occur for other people for you to choose me, because then you're not choosing me for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to choose me because something about me resonates with you, and you have to have that. I want you to actually see me in comparison to everybody else and still choose me. That's what I want from my relationship. So I don't want to be in a situation where I have to bring down this other woman for you to see me. If you see that other woman, congratulations to you both. I hope it works out for you both. More power to you. Let me go on, finish my journey on mine, because they out there. That person is out there for me. Because if I'm competing with you now, forever I will be competing with you. That's just how I look at it. Forever I'm going to be competing with somebody. If I have to work this hard to get your attention from other people, it's going to continue. That's just my thought on it. You had something to say, Seaway?
I mean, I agree. And I think that's the cool thing about Ready to Love. I think especially the men get the benefit of having an array of beautiful women, usually, where everybody can kind of link up with the person that fits their personality. And the thing I like about Ready to Love is, in the beginning, it always seems like people just gravitate towards who works for their personality, not a particular look or a particular vibe. And I feel like that's what was happening here at first. Like, everyone was kind of linking up with who fit their vibe, which is supposed to be the point. But it's like as soon as things start crumbling or people start going down or getting eliminated, it's like now we want to pull out the claws and start being messy. And that's not really the point, because if you have to, like how Alexis was doing on that date, trying to basically say she's happy that Koshia was going home. Why did you feel the need to bring up somebody that you won, right? You won, big dog. She's gone. So if you won, have some class. She should know that as an athlete. If you beat somebody in the game or you win a game, you don't go around being distasteful. You're supposed to have sportsmanship. If the person you didn't like went down, got eliminated, you won. Why are you bringing her up on the next date? It just makes you look crazy. And it makes you look like you trying to put another woman down to lift you up. And although men won't say it like how we're articulating it, they peep when women are too preoccupied with other women, and they peep when you have low self-esteem, and they peep when you're doing too much. They may not say it, but they peep it. Because even on her day, he was looking like, okay, we talk about Koshia for what? Like, well, I was happy that she went home. Okay. Got it. Thank you for sharing. Like, it was just completely unnecessary. I don't know. That's a good question, though, Sid.
I would like that question. I hope she does give Kojo an interview, because the way she's moving, I would ask the question, you know, who's had Alexis's back in her life? Who's been, pushing her and been a good sounding board for her? Because you can have your connection with Will or any of the other gentlemen, but it doesn't have to, how can I say, when you driving by, it doesn't have to splash on the other woman. Yeah, get on the Will bus, but you don't have to drive by and kicking up dust. And for me, it's like, I would like her to show some grace to the ladies. I would like her to show some grace by not, running tell that all the time.
Yeah, well, we'll see moving forward because we already see what's happening in the next clips. They devising a plan against her and stuff. If you don't like the pylon or whatever and stuff like that, listen, the exit button is always there, baby. Okay? Because we're having a whole conversation. Just it's outside of Alexis at this point. So maybe it's resonating with you why you don't like the pylon because it's hitting home. I'm gonna push that button right there. It's touching your heart, boo. All right. Moving on.
Is that Alexis?
It might be. It might be, but obviously it's Alexis' spirit because it's touching the heart. Why does she feel like it's a pylon?
I just want to say, to go to Africa, this is unrelated to this video, but you are my favorite person. You ain't gonna know why, and I ain't gonna tell you why. But you left one of my favorite comments ever. It has cracked me up for about a week now. Jay, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I just want to say that. She probably know what comment I'm talking about. That's a side note.
It'll be actually like when somebody say unsubscribe, bye, baby.
But yeah,
God
bye.
bless.
Yeah,
God
but
bless, baby.
I want to know. I want to know why. Why do you think this is a pylon? This is interesting. I think this is just a discussion, because I think there's something to be learned by, and this is a perfect example. I think when we all first linked, I probably was closer to Sean at first, right? That's probably who I gravitated towards. And I'm close with a lot of dudes. But there were times where I found that only a woman could understand certain situations. And that's where Jay and I got really close, because as women, we understand, we get it. And a lot of times women are yeah, she does. A lot of times you're missing out on the beauty of having female relationships by only thinking that there's value. I only get along with men because I'm a tomboy, this and that. You could be a tomboy. I'm a tomboy, and I love my female relationships. They have so much value. So she's really missing out on maybe lifelong friendships, because to be honest, How many people have had a successful relationship from Ready to Love in all these seasons? We got a couple. I think we got one baby mama, baby daddy situation, which I'm not counting as a success. We have a marriage with Joy and Clifton. And is anybody else still together? Oh, the Miami, the couple from Miami. I think they're still together. Caitlin and what's
Oh
her
yeah,
name?
Kayla and Swayze,
Yeah,
Katie and Swayze.
Katie and Swayze. They're cute. And I don't know if there's too many more that are still
Camille is engaged.
Camille. Camille's
Mhm.
engaged, and
You
then
have the Kia married now. The Kia's married
but not to nobody
outside.
on the show.
No, no, nobody on the show,
But
but that
Sabrina and Walter
Sabrina
did
and
link
Walter.
after. So
Hmm.
outside of that, that's not a lot for the all of this whole ordeal. So I'm saying all that to say is that honestly, at least if you could get a friend out of it, a good network out of it, people in your city that you can lean on for this and that, I would be focusing on that as well. You know, to piss off everybody on your season is just not a good look. And it's
But
short
e-
sighted.
but even if you don't get that, sometimes personal development could also be something that you achieve. Because even if you don't come out with a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, you could grow and kind of see yourself in the dating world because you are in a very high pressure, very intense situation that it should show you something about yourself.
Yeah.
It should. It should. No, they still together. They even posted they recent pictures. They still together. I just seen recent Valentine's Day picture for them too. And Brandy and Mike is having a baby. Yes, they are. So there's some things, but I
But
agree. See,
going to the pylon, if they wish to say it, but I didn't like Alexis's approach when the ladies were talking to her, and she's like, she has no control over how Will behave. That is a correct statement, but you still got to know the repercussions of what you did and how he behaved. It's like she didn't want to listen to the ladies at all when they say, this is how your behavior has affected me.
I mean, yeah, it's like she took a valid point but twisted it because she doesn't have control per se over that grown man's actions, which is why he went home separate and apart from her, right? He went on that whole mission and y'all so silly. These comments. He went home separate and apart, right? But I do think though you do have control over you knowing somebody is very offended and throwing gasoline on the fire. And that's what she did. Does she have control over his mission? No. So
or how he decided to deploy it. Okay, so Dre is engaged. I didn't know he was engaged. Okay, that's news. I
and
didn't
wait,
see that one.
that's why I was laughing at. But he's like, not to Jeffrey though.
Yeah, no, not to Jeffrey though. We know it's
Who's
not to
she
Jeffrey because
engaged
Jeffrey
to?
over here running around with Tony Child. But yeah, who is Dre engaged to? That's interesting. Congratulations to him too. I don't follow a lot of that cast. I kind of stopped following people after the Potomac, so I can't keep up. Not biblical Jeffrey with Tony.
Is she really with
I'm
Tony?
JR.
Is she with Tony?
They've been hanging around real tough. That's part of the reason Morgan is not friends with her.
But yeah, because Jeffrey and Morgan were close friends. How did that
Hmm.
happen?
I don't know, but they 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 be up under each other's comments a lot and real tough and stuff. So it looks like something, but they keep saying they just brother and sister. So I don't know what's happening.
I knew it was a clear woman. I knew it was. That's why I was waiting for you to tell me.
I'm about to stop with you.
That's exactly why I asked. Thank you.
I was asking about Dre. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, we're on to the eliminations of it all.
This
Okay,
was clear,
so
lady. Honestly, that's phenomenal because I think we the people we can let him go. I'm okay with that because outside of Jeffrey, I don't know who wanted to be bothered with everything that he had going on. So wish him the best.
Be blessed, my child.
Look,
Anyways, yeah, so the eliminations were quite interesting because we had a little twist of events this episode. Two men went home. So the three was up was William, Will, and Jonathan. Which I thought about this.
Will should never have been in that bottom. They had to
William,
be somebody. William never should have been the bottom. Jonathan needed to go home because he was gonna cost Ready to Love a lawsuit. Um, and Will went home because he's just not likable. So that made sense. I'm still confused about Koshia going home. I clearly missed a big something because when she went home, I was shocked. I know I missed all the spoilers, like a lot of y'all probably knew, but that threw me off. But this elimination, those two are the ones that should have went for sure. Yeah, Jonathan definitely has some HR issues for sure.
Elsie.
I mean, out of the three men, yeah, I agree. William, I would have been pissed if he went home. He shouldn't have, he shouldn't have if that was the case. But of all the men, and you had to put someone there for production's sake to make it seem iffy, he's, how can I say, the sacrificial lamb in that case. Um, oh, Will. I'm glad Vanessa's the one that sent Will home. I don't think any other lady had the capacity to be as gracious with Will in sending him home. And I would have been ticked off if production let Alexis send him home. But they had her send Jonathan home. I like that Jonathan apologized on camera. He said he apologized off camera. Um, but I think he is very much afraid of rejection. Very much afraid of putting his laundry out to anyone and being, you know, put out there. He needs some self development and self awareness. He just, ugh, Jonathan, dear, you are completely closed off.
Well, I hope that person is gone. But being that I had got a few more people on this live since they left, thank you for opening the space up for others to come in. However, the Paulon shall continue because it was quite interesting how she carried out the elimination of Jonathan. And I'm referring to Alexis, if you did not know. We're back on Alexis again for a quick second. Because it was quite different from how she's been doing it with Will. She was quite open and forward on giving information, overshare of information when it came to Will. But now that, and I know that the information is not going to keep him on the show because he's already eliminated. However, it would help him going forth in the real world that she had gave him an overshare. Jonathan, of all people, kind of need the overshare of information to be like, hey, let me tell you, the ladies are saying that you are way too closed off when it comes to learning who you are. And that is the reason why you're down here at the bottom because we don't know you, sir. We actually don't know you. Also, I feel what you did in that and at the pajama jam party was a bit much. I hear your apology. Is water under the bridge. She could have kept all of that up in there. But, sir, that is a bit much for people that don't actually know you. I don't know you as much as you feel like I know you. I don't. So picking me up and placing me on your lap was so inappropriate. Instead, we got tears, non-existing tears, the eye drop, the Visine tears that we just hit this corner right here, but nothing actually come out. And we didn't get, I actually put you at the bottom. I voted for, with these ladies for you to go home. It was quite interesting that with Will, I made sure I didn't put you in the bottom. I didn't vote for you and stuff like that. But now we quiet. We on mute. How Sean said, I started this comment earlier. Last time she was helping Will change the narrative. Then she was talking about him sleeping on the floor, and now she's on mute and not saying anything to put John that she put Jonathan at the bottom. She on the mute challenge. She on Beyonce's challenge right now. Like, sis.
Well, that doesn't fit her male identified aesthetic, because if she was to admit that she was actually bothered and tried to put, is the reason why he was going home, then she would get a male enemy or somebody who's unhappy with her. And she doesn't want any of the men to be unhappy with her, including Jonathan. So she downplayed how much that bothered her, and she downplayed what she said in the lounge. And honestly, if somebody from the ladies' lounge would run back and tell Jonathan everything she was saying to get him eliminated, I bet she wouldn't like that, because it's supposed to be a safe space. So that's the reason why she was on mute, because for her to admit that she was unhappy with something that a man did would not fit her aesthetic. So that's why she didn't.
But moving on from her, because that's what I really wanted to get out about her, which is quite interesting how she was moving in this one. Now it dinged in our head. We shouldn't divulge all the information. Okay. I don't know. But Will, you still got the same energy. You still got the same energy, bruh. You still got that same energy. They sending you home for a reason. Now, had he been listening to all the oversharing that Alexis has done, he would have corrected himself. But no, he decided he want to go on a warpath to try to figure out who disagrees with him being a millionaire. Clearly, the millionaire of it all didn't get you the woman with the BBL, because she's the one, the quote unquote BBL, because she the one for sure putting you at the bottom. Your money not long enough for her, she said.
And that's how you know. And that's how you know he ain't got no money, because let me tell you one thing or two things about Miss Mika. If he had the funds, she would be right there, and she would have another baby too. So that's how you know it's cap. Because if she sniffed out the funds, she would have been on the run right to Will. He ain't got it. If she the main one sending him home, he don't got it.
All that he got, he's wearing.
Basically. She not on here for love. So she would have sniffed it out.
Child, well, I don't know what Alexis gonna do, baby, because both her connections is gone home. She'd have been a handful of one of them leaving, and then they put the other one on the block. And so it ain't looking too good for the home team. Okay, Vanessa.
She's gonna wreak havoc with Chaz. That's all she's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna ruin it so Chaz won't have Vanessa, and Chaz gonna end up with nobody. I can tell you how this gonna go. Now that she ain't got nobody, she gonna go over there and try to mess something up with Chaz, and then Chaz gonna fall for it, because he's a fool too. He just got a suit on. He just dressed it up nice. So and then Chaz is gonna be all bewildered. He gonna mess it up with Vanessa, and everything gonna hit the fan. And Vanessa ain't gonna go back and forth. I think she just gonna peep game, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Well, I know we halfway through the season, and so sometimes they give us halfway previews, but the next previews look like he packing his daggone bags himself, Chaz. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if if it's just dramatic effect of him just packing and leaving out of the house that they are at, or if Chaz is quitting this thing. But I could have swore Chaz is the one who thought he was dating 11 people. Was that him or Dominic in some of the previews that we've seen before?
It was Chaz. Maybe Chaz was called away back home to work. Okay, we don't know if he's packing up to leave the show. Exactly. He may be leaving the weekend. Remember, we had somebody like that previously, and unfortunately, they were voted off. Mm-hmm. But Sean likes to wear a cape in this ladies group. I'm gonna wear a cape. For Chaz, until we see the footage, he's leaving probably to go home and handle some business.
Like I say, it could be dramatic effect. We don't know. However, she got a target on her back because LeBron is out now. He's out for war. Lord, these men who at war with the women's. I don't understand these men at war with the women's. But now he's out for war, and he said we got one half of the snake. I guess 2/3 of the snake out, because both our men gone, and now he gunning for Alexis. Child.
I wouldn't say war so much. It almost seemed like the men and the women are working together to get Alexis and her tribe out.
But why? But why? I mean, because we was obviously wrong for doing a pile on right now. So I'm just saying, why is we so pressed on Alexis?
They need some healing.
For show. For show. To quote Will.
Because people unpopular what is it? What am I about to say?
Unpopular opinion?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Here we go. Contrary to popular belief, I do not enjoy calling these men sassy. I really want to get back to people who, these men like my daddy who didn't do all this back and forth, all this plotting and scheming on women. I really would like to get back to that. But since it don't look like we go in that direction, I'm just gonna say that folks need some healing. Because all this back and forth, all this plotting, all these missions as it relates to women is not a good look. It's not a good look. I'm not gonna do too much on LaRon because we done already told him about himself. So I think he should know by now. But it's just a little bit too much.
Like you're talking, I see LaRon. LaRon has he needs, as you say, therapy. And LaRon, he ain't too far going out there. He could be real back in. He could swim back to shore. He could swim back. It's gonna be some work. It's gonna take some heavy lifting, not lifting them bottles. But he can come back to shore.
With this.
Don't you go down that road. Don't you do it, Seaway. Don't do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it. Don't let. I'm just gonna tell y'all where Seaway about to go. Just watch Married for Tens review on the
now the fact that you're in my head is scary because I legit wanted to, and I reeled myself back in, child.
Just go watch Married at Tens after interview on LaRon. She did an after interview on Kojo's LaRon interview. And you'll see where Seaway was about to go off of Elsie's comment. So
I'm not though. Thank you.
Anyways, yes, we got a good preview coming up. It looks like Chaz is back against the wall, and he might flight before he fight for the woman he loved, because I don't know if he loved one. Go ahead, Elsie. Say what you
Alexis, this is how you handle a ladies' lounge.
Deuces. What my auntie say, West Side. Yeah, she do it like this. West Side. Peace on both sides, baby. You know. Be blessed and be God with God. Anyways, let me.
It is Sunday.
It is Sunday, baby. It is Sunday. Listen, we about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all been in here with us for 2 whole hours. We done made a molehill out of a mountain out of a molehill. So again, we done had a good time for a long time, and I appreciate y'all all being here with us. Elsie, you have any final words for these people?
Just give everybody a little bit of grace, but that does not mean you don't recognize or run from the red flags. Don't carry news. Don't be a chatty patty. Just watch how people move, because how they behave will tell you a whole lot more than what they say.
Amen. Amen. Anyways, thank y'all for being here with us for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I appreciate all the love. Hey, listen, if you got to go, this is not the place for you. I understand that too, baby. I'm not heartbroken by it. I told you I treat this like a relationship too. You just not for me, and it's okay. Go be with who you need to be with. But we will see each other in these streets. Don't worry. And I'll be cordial when I see you. All right. Love and blessings to y'all. Happy Sunday to you all. If you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and leave us a comment down below. I respond to majority of the comments. If not, I'm definitely gonna love it, because I like to see y'all and let me know what your opinion. Do you think that any of these men shouldn't have went home this week? Do you think Koshia should have stayed and Mika should have left? Let us know. If you don't have a beef with Alexis and you want us to stop talking about it, let us know. It probably won't happen, but just let us know anyway. I take everything into consideration and I send it up to headquarters and they decide what they're gonna do with it. Okay, they decide what they're gonna do with it. But let me know. I'll hand it over to my managers. They'll get back to you. All right. Until then, y'all stay blessed. Peace and love. Have a great Sunday. And tomorrow, I'm gonna say it. Don't be mad at me if it don't happen, okay? Because I'm gonna promote Little Black Book Channel regardless. But do not be mad at me like y'all was yesterday. Forgive me for giving y'all time because that was the time he gave me. But tomorrow, I don't know what time. So go to his channel, subscribe, and hit the bell so y'all can be there. But tomorrow, the super panel for Ready to Love will be at Little Black Book 91. And on Tuesday, he has Jonathan. I believe it was Jonathan. Did I say early in this live? If you rewind to the beginning of this live, you'll get it. So Jonathan, he has an interview with Jonathan on Tuesday. So y'all make sure y'all go over there, subscribe to your channel. If you're not familiar with him, it's Little Black Book 91, LBB 91. Y'all go over there, subscribe to the channel, be there, be square. We'll see you in the chats over there. And yeah, peace and blessings to you all. Have a great day. And for you people that want to run my petty side,
today's forecast looking real. That ain't got shit to do with me. Ish.
have a great day. Peace and blessings to you. Bye bye.